Hi everyone, it's Carrie from My Friends Call Me Martha, and today I am working with the Tidings of Christmas Suite. This one is from the annual catalog. It is new this year, and I really just kind of like I don't know, to me it just looks like a classic Christmas or holiday card. It does have like cheers from our home to yours, and some of the papers are more neutral, and the stars could work for other holidays, not just Christmas. So today I am making this card here, May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. And I love the colors. I used Cherry Cobbler with your Evening Evergreen, and I believe, let's see, I love how Stampin' Up! Does this. So it gives you the colors that are in the paper so you don't have to guess. Cherry Cobbler, Sahara Sand, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, and Misty Moonlight, which you can see this card here has like the Misty Moonlight with that stocking. So love the colors. And again, I think this one here, you could definitely use the cheers from our home to yours would be a great sentiment for maybe a more neutral Christmas card. Or not Christmas card, a holiday card. So I am going to show you how to do this because after making a bunch of cards, I always end up with little strips of paper, and I was always struggling with how to use those up. I cannot throw paper away. I think that is almost sinful, so I don't do that. And then I also used oh God, I'm forgetting the name of it. I want to say oh wait, I have it is the Timber 3D embossing folder. And what I love about Stampin' Up! Embossing folders is there is a straight line here, so you can, I've already run it through my Big Shot machine, but you can line up your paper with that straight edge so that you know that the image is going to be straight. Now, I mean, some folders that makes more of a difference than others. This one you could definitely be a little bit off, and it's still going to look fine. So that is going to be my top layer of the card. And again, I just have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that was cut in half at the 5.5 mark. And this is going to be, and this is just your basic white cardstock. So like I said, there are, it's a stamp set and dies that come together in the suite along with your 6x6 paper. And here's kind of the 6 that I chose to use for my card because I thought they went really well together. And yes, I did try to like balance it out with having like the cranberries on the end and the greenish ones inside. So again, I am a little I like things to be symmetrical, so doing a card like this is actually kind of hard for me because it's not completely balanced, but altogether it works out really nicely. So, and then these are also double-sided, so again, you have to choose which side you're going to use, which is the one downfall to Stampin' Up! They really, sometimes it's a real struggle, like, to pick what side of the paper that I really want to use because I like them all. And then I got my pieces I already cut out just to try to make doing the video a little bit quicker. This is a piece of Evening Evergreen, and I made this 3.5 by 5. So just like that. Oh, I'm going to trim a little bit off so it's a little bit more. I don't think I did the measurements quite right. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So then now this is probably going to be off. But what I'm going to do is first get my papers glued down, and then I'm going to go to the trimmer and trim it. So my glue. So again, you want to add a decent amount of your adhesive, whether it's liquid glue or tape runner, whatever you choose. The liquid glue might be a little bit better in this type of card because it'll give you, it doesn't dry instantly, so you have a little bit more room to kind of wiggle and move your paper after you've put it down. Whereas this, you're really committing to it once you start. So, great, yeah. So I totally messed this up, and I cut it too big. So I need to cut this down because my strips of paper don't fit. I don't recommend this because it is sticking to my plate, but I got it off fairly well. All right. Measurements are really important when it comes to card making. Yeah, see, I don't know what I did. My paper strips are too short. All right, well, we're going to see if I can correct this. So again, I started in the middle and kind of worked my way out, and you want to get them, you know, as close as you can together. You don't necessarily want to overlap them. Now I'm going to go with my cranberries. Or actually, I should say cherry cobbler. And again, because I'm going to try to conserve paper on this really long strip, that way I might be able to use that for something else. I know that seems crazy, but I do try to use as much of my papers as I possibly can. Okay. See, like this one, you really are just using about 1.5 inches of it, so I can definitely use that strip for the front of another card as a little offset piece to it. Same with this here. Alright, so then flip this over and I'm going to hand cut. So like I said, there will be some of these I'll save, some will go in the trash because they're just going to be too small to do anything with. Except maybe make confetti, which I don't put confetti in my cards. Because when you open that envelope up, that's a real problem. If you're not expecting it. And who wants to vacuum after opening up a card? Alright, so like I said, you can see that little piece is not covered. Somebody else probably wouldn't even notice it, but I'm a perfectionist. So, alright, I'm going to just go to my trimmer and trim that corner off real quick. And I think I'm going to have to trim my green piece because now my green piece is a little too big too. Alright, let's try this. Much better. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. And again, center it as best you can. And then I think I'm going to actually pop this up with our dimensionals. Told you I really like to use dimensionals on almost every project I do, because I just think it is different and not everybody can make cards like this. Oops. So I'm getting the kids ready back to school on Tuesday. So today is Saturday. And kind of let them do whatever the heck they want. I'm enjoying being down here in my craft room, even though it's a beautiful like fall day out. This is my happy place. Okay, so like I said, those are the pieces I'll keep. Let me clean this up. And what you can see under me, I use a foam craft sheet just from the craft store. They're like $1.99 at Michael's or Joann's. And I get the ones that are, there's some that are like really thin. This one has some thickness to it. And it works a little bit better with our photopolymer stamp sets. For whatever reason, I stamp better when I have this little foam cushion underneath. And if I'm worried about, you can see I do have some ink on it, but I sometimes just put a scrap piece of paper down. So here I'm using the Evening Evergreen ink. And did I need this? Yeah, just in the middle is good. Perfect. Always close up your ink pad as soon as you're done stamping. I can't even tell you how many cards I've wrecked from doing that. And then the other thing that I went ahead and did earlier was I needed some like wintry sprigs, and instead of like stamping and die cutting them out, what I did was I ran these two dies. They're from another bundle, and I am so sorry I can't think of the name of it. But I just ran both through my die cutting machine, and then as I need it, I'm going to take little sprigs out of here. So it looks like this one, actually, I wasn't sure which was going to do what, so I did both at the same time. Again, this is Evening Evergreen cardstock that I did this on. So, and again, you don't have to waste a full half sheet. You could do just a little section of a piece of cardstock you got. Like I said, I'm planning to make kind of a bunch of these cards, so that is why I was fine doing a full sheet. But it's very intricate. Be a little bit careful as you're trying to pull them apart. I love when I can buy like these little things already like cut out. Sometimes they have them in the catalog. Like this year we have like gold holly leaves, and it saves you so much time. And again, it doesn't really matter how. Okay, that's clearly connected to that one. Pull it apart, and then I've already put my little tape on the back of this. So look, you just add a little sprig here, a little sprig there, and voila. Doesn't want to stick, of course. So you know what I actually might do, just to make sure it stays down, is I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue. Again, it doesn't really matter where, because I'm not so particular with this card. Then put that little sprig in the glue. Just like that. And then I got my bling. So I'm using, these are the In Color. God, I can't remember the names of anything today to save my life. But they are the new In Colors for this year and next year. So I'm gonna put one there, small one next to it. All right, my putty is not doing what I want it to. Just need a little bit of putty. Down there. And then I'll put another big one somewhere in the, like maybe in the white, so it will show up. And then we got to put this on a card base. So, you know, you definitely could do like Evening Evergreen, you could do Crumb Cake, but I'm just going to stick to white today. Again, if you're making a ton of cards, it's kind of easier to use a white card base so that you don't have to put that extra layer in the middle. If your card base was this cherry cobbler color, you kind of would want to put a white piece on the inside so it would make it easier to write your message. Or if you have a ton to make, what you do is I write a Christmas letter each year. I don't know if people like reading it or if they throw it in the trash, whatever. I enjoy writing it. It kind of gives me an opportunity to kind of reflect on the year. And we do have some family who's not on Facebook. I mean, if you know me, I kind of post a lot on Facebook of, you know, the kids and stuff for our family that's on there. But for the family who doesn't, I do a Christmas letter, which is kind of fun. All right. So again, I got 2 cards done. Oh, I forgot I didn't put the linen thread. One more little detail, which I kind of like it without. And honestly, I put the little gem there, but I want to highlight this product too. So this is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack from Stampin' Up, and it's great. It's got 5 neutral colors in it. This one I want to say is Crumb Cake, one of my favorites. So I'm just going to tie a bow. You can see my ribbon was unraveled for me by my 4-legged friend. She really wasn't doing me any favors, that's for sure, but she tends to grab the ribbon when she finds it and tears it apart. I don't know what it is about dogs and I guess I should say puppies, because my other dog used to never come to the basement, so I never had these issues, but our dog now kind of goes wherever I am. So she loves to be down here, but she's kind of like not allowed down here because of the trouble she causes, whether it's dumping a toy on a project that I'm working on or stealing expensive ribbon. I have to leave her upstairs most of the time. So again, the cards are, you can see, a little bit different. And I wanted to make this one smaller so I could see more of the wood grain. A lot of it does get covered, so you don't necessarily have to emboss your paper, but you can if you want to. So again, hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe so that I hopefully can get up to enough subscribers to be able to go live in YouTube. Thanks again. And again, have a great day.